Hey everyone, it's 𝗕𝗢𝗢𝗓𝗖𝗓 here, and today I'm going to be talking about how not trusting yourself is not serving you. The world is a busy place. There is so much information and content out there that people are forgetting to connect to themselves and really listen to that gut feeling, to that inner voice, to that feeling that we have inside, sometimes a voice inside of us telling ourselves what to do. And that trust is something that we can either choose to listen to or not. And when we live in the business of the world, we're mostly living outside rather than inside, meaning we don't check in with ourselves to really listen to our gut feeling or to that inner voice, because we are constantly listening to the outside people or forces to guide us in what to do next. When I look back at my life, I had this gut feeling so strongly in so many times in my life. And when I took action towards it, it was incredible what happened in my life. I remember when I was 21 years old, I was going into work every day and I had finished university, and I kind of had a feeling of, is this all there is in life? Am I going to be going to work until I find a husband, get married, and have kids? There must be something else to life. And that's when I had a gut feeling telling me, Angelica, go traveling, go to Europe. You have an opportunity to get your Spanish passport and go. It was a gut feeling that was so strong that I couldn't ignore it. I couldn't suppress it. I went to the embassy, which was in another city, got my passport done, and in about 4 months, I left Brazil. And it was the best decision I've ever made in my life. That decision changed the entire course of my life. I lived in different countries. I learned how to speak different languages. I met my husband, and I had my 2 kids in a different country, providing them a different experience of life. Just because I listened to that gut instinct, that inner voice telling me, Angelica, go traveling. Another time when I felt this feeling really strongly in my body and this inner voice in my head was when I went back into work, into the normal world after going through cancer treatment. And I realized that, as I went back trying to find my feet and myself again in a career that I had enjoyed for the previous 10 years, I realized that there was no longer who I was, that I had changed, that I needed to let go of that part of me, that part of me didn't serve me anymore. And that's when I decided to start my business. It was this inner voice telling me, going into your corporate role is draining your energy. You can't afford to do that anymore. Look what you've just gone through. You need to create a different life for you from this moment on. You need to share what you've learned with other people. And that's when I started my online business. At the time, I was not even on social media. The COVID had just started. I didn't have any sort of, accreditation or history in health and physical and emotional health. It was just everything that I had learned as a person. I had this nudge. You have a message inside of you that you need to share with people. And I went all in after listening to this gut feeling, to this inner voice. So what is it, the one thing that you are not doing because you're not listening to that inner voice, that gut feeling inside of you? What is the one thing that perhaps you are ignoring that voice because fear is getting in the way or doubt is getting in the way? Trusting yourself, it is a practice, it's a habit. And if all you're doing is spending time outside and not spending any time with yourself, and you're not taking any leap of faith, you're not really going after anything that you've been guided to do, you're going to be trusting yourself less and less. And you're going to be listening to that inner voice less and less. A lot of the big decisions that I've made in my life, they didn't come from outside. They came from inside me, from checking in on how I was feeling. Am I happy? Am I healthy? Am I feeling good about life? Am I excited about life? And I'm sure a lot of the big decisions you took came from you too. But it takes time for you to connect to that. And it also takes courage for you to take action. Nobody knows more than you about how you're feeling physically, emotionally, if you are happy, unhappy, healthy, unhealthy, if you're feeling signs in your body. Nobody knows more than you about what's going on in yourself. And it takes trusting yourself to start making decisions that serve you in your life. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next one. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Have a great week. Take care.